Well, Corey and Shirley, the U.S. Attorney's Office issuing a statement that says this investigation is ongoing. And they pointed out that it would be the Federal Department of Justice that prosecutes all violations of federal law, including, as they said, obstruction of official proceedings. Now, all of this played out on camera in the hallway of 26 Federal Plaza.
The warrant, and then I will let it go.
This is the hallway of Federal Immigration Court as City Comptroller Brad Lander, working with immigrant groups, was taken into custody by ICE agents.
I asked to see the judicial warrant.
Lander, who is running for New York City mayor, was released hours later after Governor Hochul arrived and supporters gathered outside of 26 Federal Plaza. Lander said he was arrested while holding on to the arm of an undocumented man who had just had his asylum seeker case dismissed.
He has been stripped of his due process rights by a government and a judge that owe him a credible fear hearing.
A spokeswoman for the Department of Homeland Security said Lander was arrested for assaulting law enforcement and impeding a federal officer, and added, quote, "It is wrong that politicians seeking higher office undermine law enforcement safety to get a viral moment. No one is above the law." Hochul said Lander would not be criminally charged, but the U.S. Attorney's Office said the investigation is continuing.
Well, while that is a positive outcome in a very high-profile case, we're also concerned about those that are walking out of this courthouse taken away from their families.
Rosa Cohen-Cruz with the Bronx Defenders says she supports that the governor came, but added that the governor failed to sign off on 2 bills that would help immigrants.
They should call for a special session and come back and do something and pass the New York for All Act before it is too late.
The state of New York is providing $50 million to cover legal services for people who are finding themselves in this situation.
After his release, Lander walked 1 block over to Foley Square, where he was greeted with cheers from supporters.
Immigrant rights are under attack. What do we do?
Among them, Manhattan Borough President Mark Levine, who is running for Lander's job.
This is an elected official, an American citizen, observing a court proceeding, who's arrested in a violent manner. This is very scary. I don't want to go down this road. I don't want to see America going down this road.
This whole thing's got to stop. I think ICE should be disbanded. I think Homeland Security should be rearranged.
Now, you heard in that video, Lander was asking if the federal agents had a judicial warrant, but immigrant attorneys say ICE agents do not need one inside of federal courthouses. Lander also said that he and his wife now have been working for about 3 weeks with immigration groups to help immigrants who show up for these hearings and cannot afford an attorney. We are live here in Lower Manhattan. Eileen LaPalmer, Pix 11 News.